Welcome to your daily focus for March the 25th, 2021. My name is Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you truly for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. You guys rock. Thank you. Sorry about my absence over the last couple of days. Work changed some things around for me, and it was next to impossible to kind of get myself into the rhythm, and a lot of hours and not much time for sleep. So I do apologize for not being here. I am here now. But I know that you have angels and guides around you, surrounding you to the messages you need to hear. So just go with the flow. When I'm not here, find somebody else, or maybe it's a past video. Maybe like right now you want to review the new moon video, or perhaps the eclipses, because we are still in eclipse season. We just, it fades, but it's the underlying energy to everything that we are experiencing during this time. Or maybe you want to do a meditation. New moon affirmations are perfect this time for the energy we're in. I Love Me is another video that I have available to you, but there's a lot of videos out there. There's a lot of meditations out there. There's a lot of ways that you can connect with the message of the day. Don't worry, your angels won't let you down. Okay, your guides won't let you down in getting the message you need and the energy you need. So I'm sorry if I was not there for you, or I helped in some other way. Oh, we had a card fly out. Look at this. 5 of Pentacles. Oh, are you exhausted? Do you feel like you have been spinning your wheels? Do you feel like no matter how hard you try to focus on or give energy to something, something pulls you away from it? Something doesn't allow you to step into the present moment that you would like to be celebrating at that time, this time, the present? And this is a card saying, you know what? Stand up. Shoulders back. Chin high. Know that you've got this. Know that it's happening in its own divine timing. So a patience with you, a patience for your plan, a patience with your purpose. And once you say, okay, today I'm going to have a patience. I'm not going to try and rush things. I'm going to try and have a focus on this or that or the other thing. And if that doesn't happen, that's okay. But I'm going to try. I'm going to set time aside. And that time is exclusive for whatever I want to do. And I'm only going to give it 5 minutes or 10 minutes. So that if something else is pushing in, I can allow it in and still know that I've given myself, my path, my vision of tomorrow the energy that it deserves and needs in my life today. Okay, let's put that back in. So we have the 25 energy for today. The 25 energy is success after difficulty. The 25 energy is all about pushing through, keeping your nose to the grind, rolling up your sleeves and getting into the work. And 2 plus 5 is a 7, so it's standing in your truth. It's about creating harmony and beauty in your life, and knowing that you have beauty within and without. So take in the beauty of who you are and the beauty of what surrounds you. If we do the numerology of the day, it's a 15 energy. The 15 energy gives us that glimpse to changing our response, our perception, so that we don't find ourselves in the same loop again. We don't find ourselves falling back into those habits or behaviors that we thought we were successful in moving away from. So today can give you glimpses. Today can, maybe it's, 1 plus 5 is a 6. So that is your routines, your health and well-being. So maybe it's something with, maybe you haven't been treating yourself very well. Maybe you've been drinking too much, or pharmaceuticals, or you've been on a shopping spree, and now you're so worried about how you're going to pay it because it made you feel good at the time. So just return it now. Get it over with. Don't think about it. If you want it, you can still buy it again at a later date. So, give it some time. Be the diplomat in your life. See of where you want to see a new way forward, a new mindset, a new mind shift. And you will see where a behavior, a habit, has been enabling you to actually work against yourself. And once you recognize it, once you see it, it's gone forever. You've looked it in the eye. You recognize it. And you deal with it. Sun is in Aries, Moon is in Leo, so we have that fire energy all day today. Now, I think as we are, closing our eyes at night, perhaps we're in a dead sleep by the time the moon does move into Virgo. So it's very late in the evening, so we have a Leo day. So a Leo day, Aries day, a fire day in a new moon energy. So we want to feel life. We want to see a balance in ourselves, in our relationships, in our environments. And right now, it's a very powerful motivator. Very powerful motivator. I think the Sun and Venus are getting ready to come together in the sky. So we've got to be feeling that energy. So as the day progresses and we move even into tomorrow, we are going to feel this strong energy, this strong motivator to create harmony, balance, harmony and balance within ourselves, or perhaps on the external, perhaps in our environments. We can be the diplomat right now. We can have charm right now if we're trying to talk our ideas through with other people or convince them in some way. But I don't think we'll have much depth. Okay, being an Aries energy, that's awfully a very young energy, so I don't think there'll be a lot of depth or seriousness, as if the sun or the moon might be in another sign. So as Scorpio, we're digging for the truth. We're digging deep, perhaps, but in Aries, we're doing the Reader's Digest version of the happily ever after, where we're going, of what we want to accomplish, and we will accomplish great things under the Aries energy, especially with the Leo moon to support us. Now, the Leo moon is all about happiness and joy and creating and celebrating our creations, our now. It's about letting in romance and being creative. And our creativity can take us to the next level, or we can take our creativity to the next level and beyond. Beautiful energy for all of that today. So if you're a writer, a dancer, a singer, a poet, a gardener, or you're just, you've got the perfect home and you're the interior designer that never got famous, but wow, your living space is amazing. It's today when you can even put more flair and wonderment into those things that you uniquely own as a talent, a gift, an ability. Okay, let's see where the cards take us. I'm very thirsty tonight for some reason. Maybe it's the rain outside. Reminding me. Look at this, the Two of Wands appears. The Two of Wands, we are summoning in, we are commanding our tomorrow to show up, to be here now in the present. And we will do whatever we have to take, because where we stand, everything has been cleared out for our dream, our purpose, our goal. I think the new moon energy was about legacy. So our legacy, what we want to step forward into, we are commanding it to come to us now. We have prepared ourselves. We are ready for the next part of our journey. And so we ask it to appear. We ask it to show up in our lives today. We have the Four of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles is all about letting go. So this is telling me that your dream, your goal, your successes that you want to have in your life are waiting there for you right now in the present. You have actually brought it forth. But there are things that you are not allowing to let go of in order to really step into that path. It could just be healing you need. It could be a belief. You know, if everybody when you were a child told you to be quiet and stand over there where we can only see you, not hear you kind of thing, or when you tried to express your opinion to a peer, they always said, oh, just, I can't stand you explaining stuff. Just don't do it for me. You can't do it well. And all of a sudden you're being shut down little by little by little by little. And pretty soon you're taking the opinion of that person as your truth. And so letting go of their opinions as your truth. And knowing that you can explain if you had the right audience or maybe the right subject. That you can help, that you can prosper, that you can step into your dreams, your goals, your vision of who you want to become, where you want to stand in life. But you have to let go. You have to stand up. You have to let that pentacle fall away from your arms and take your feet off the other two and turn around and see that beautiful gate. The gateway to your tomorrow, to your abundance, being protected by angels. Awaiting your arrival. Awaiting for you to see the potential opportunity that lays in front of you. And the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is, first of all, when the Page of Cups shows up, we know the veil is very thin. We can talk to God, our angels, our spirit guides. We can ask for advice. We can share our dreams, our wants, our desires, our emotions. And we know they're listening. We know they can hear us. And this today is about creating something wonderful and new and different. Believing in yourself, believing in your dream, believing in the goals that you're setting for yourself. So a 2, a 4, and a page, so very young energy today. Once again, we won't have great depth in what we do. But we don't need that today. It's not a day, so don't try and dig deeper on certain things because you'll find that you're just not hitting the mark and you're getting frustrated and stressed because you're not able to. So where you feel like overdoing or overindulging, please don't do that today. Try and be the diplomat. Try and say, I don't really need that right now, so I'm going to go over here. I'm going to give this focus. I'm going to give this attention. Let's get our wisdom cards here, our mystical wisdom, I should say, for our mantra for today. The 7 deadly sins, humanity's destructive traits. So where we want to overdo, where we want to overindulge. It's telling us to be mindful. You know, when you're thinking about things like the 7 deadly sins, what happens is you have an elevated or a charged almost sense of integrity about who you are, about how you walk, about how you talk. So in a way, it keeps us humbled because we know we're all human. We know we all have little flaws, but those flaws can lead to greatness. And sometimes those flaws actually are the things that move us in the direction that we want to go. Remember that there really isn't really a flaw or a positive. Usually, I used to do interviews. And so I used to ask, what is your greatest skill, talent, thing about you? And then I would ask them about a flaw perhaps, or something that they'd like to work on, something they'd like to improve in their life, something that they would have to say they're kind of weak in. And really, the true answer is you're both. It's how you utilize it. So you may be organized, and so everything has its place in you, and that's wonderful, but maybe you push it on to other people, and some people say, come on in and help me out, and other people are like, and you kind of ignore them because you know how much help you can give them. So you kind of try and push through that. And so now it's working against you because they like their slobbiness. They like their little messes around them. And so realizing that your greatest strength is also your greatest weakness allows you to stay in check and not overindulge, overdo, make it grander than life. The world of human nature, the 7 deadly sins. So, sloth, gluttony, lust, greed, wrath, envy, and pride. So, sloth is laziness, being physically and emotionally inactive. And if you're depressed, then yes. You know, people say, well, you know, I went through this hardship, and so, you know, I was a sloth, and so that was a bad thing. No, you were allowing yourself to heal. So once again, we have to understand the balance here. We know what sloth is. Sloth is knowing that we are sitting there and we are doing a Netflix marathon, even though we know that we should be getting up and doing the housework, and there's nothing wrong with us, or we got to, you know, do our finances and pay attention to the books, and we're not doing that, or we needed to go out and do the grocery shopping or get our laundry done, or we know we should have went to work, but the bed was too cozy this morning, and you got nothing done for the day on top of that. Now, sometimes we need that rest, and you know yourself better than anybody else, but be honest with yourself when you didn't really need the rest and you just decided not to utilize the gift of life for that day. Gluttony, overindulgence in anything to the point of waste. Having too much of anything. How full is your wardrobe closet or your drawers? Or maybe it's your pantry. Maybe it's time to look at giving it to a charity, making somebody else's life happier and easier and more comfortable because of what you have too much of. Or maybe even though you are completely full and can't eat another bite, you know, you might wake up later and somebody ate that piece of cake, so you're going to eat it now because it was so good. Gluttony. Lust, an intense desire for physical or sexual gratification. So there's lust, there's love. Greed, excessive pursuit of material possessions and power. So why are you doing what you're doing? Do you want to say, I'm the king of the castle? Do you want to be the richest, be the best, make everybody look at you a little green with jealousy, and the only reason they are your friends is because you've got what they want and can't have unless they're associated with you? Or are you doing it because you know that those are just symbols of what you are doing for others? And think about that. I know one guy, and he's, you know, he's comfortable. He's not well off by any stretch of the imagination, but he's got all the toys. But the thing is with him is he'll phone his buddies and say, come on over and we're going to play with this today. And like it's not for his happiness. It's to see the joy on everybody else's face when they get to experience it. Or maybe you're making a lot of money doing something that is helping in some way. That is in service in some way. So, yes, you can be rewarded, but are you recycling that money into something that is going to make another person smile again? It's very true that when you give away, you get more. And I'm going to look it up. There was a gentleman I heard of. He found out that he was he had cancer and he wasn't going to live, but he had like, maybe 5 years or something. It wasn't like 3 months to live. And so he decided to give everything away. And by the time he passed away, because he was so frantic, he was trying to give everything he had away, that he actually ended up passing away with twice the amount he started with before he got the diagnosis. It does flow back to you. When you hold on, remember we had this card, when you hold on tight, I can't give that dollar away. I can't give that 50 cents away. I can't give that $10 bill away. When we start to hold on because I need, it actually creates a negative energy for you. When you say, meh, you know what? I'm going to lay that 20 down and I know it'll find me when I need it. I'm going to help this person over here, that person over there. Because it's true. Try it, okay? And try and do it without any kind of praise or thanks. Just know that you did it. Wrath, extreme feelings of uncontrollable anger. You get so angry inside, you are just going to go for the jugular. Back it up. Think it through. Somebody cut you off on the highway. Road rage or not. Think it through. Maybe that person just found out a loved one was terminally ill or in danger, or they're somebody that they love was making a wrong move, or came to them to help weigh a decision which they were no help of, and they're just in another world of their own, or they did something really wrong at work and they didn't handle it right, and now it just got blown up and they're replaying that in their mind instead of paying attention. They probably didn't even see you on the road, and they definitely didn't say, haha, I'm going to cut off you because I've been looking for you all day. And if people have an anger, back it up. Count to 10. Revisit on another day. Envy, discontentment aroused by another good fortune. Know that there's more than enough to go around, and just because somebody won $10,000 on the Lotterio or the lotto that was going on, it doesn't mean that money isn't coming your way, or they just got the last $10,000, or because they already have one, you can't have one. Your next door neighbor gets the car that you were looking at but couldn't afford. How dare they? Look at them driving in the driveway like that. You can buy one just in a different color so it looks unique to you. There's more than enough to go around. There's no reason to be jealous or envious of somebody else and what they have, because if you want it, you can have it too. You may have to roll up your sleeves. You may have to get to work. You may have to put a focus on it, but you can have it too. And pride, excessive self-love and arrogance. Okay, you're not the smartest. You're not the tallest. You're not the shortest. None of us are. We're all on different parts of the scale, and that's what makes us wonderful and beautiful. And thank goodness for diversity. I can't even imagine the world where we were all the same. Ugh, how boring would that make life? And even though somebody may not have a talent here, they sure do over there. And maybe somebody isn't giving over in this moment, but wow, watch them on how they give in this moment. Definitely love yourself. It's important to love yourself, to know your worth, to know that you can have whatever you want because you are deserving of it. You are worthy of it. But know that everybody else around you is worthy of their dreams as well. So we don't really have a mantra today. The book doesn't give us a mantra. I am strong. I am courageous. I am beautiful. I let go of the things that hold me back so I may move forward. I am the diplomat today. I create harmony today. I call upon my path today to show up and allow me to step into it. Deep rest. Deep rest. Okay? Sometimes it's not about do. Sometimes it's about relaxing. I remember when I first got this deck, I swear our little mouse came out all the time. All the time. And then we'd get a little break from the mouse, and then the mouse would come right back. I am unbelievably parched today. I must have had something very salty for lunch or something. Lazy sleep, rest, and meditate. Rest is not idleness, and to lie sometimes on the grass under the trees summer day, listening to the murmur of water, watching as the clouds float across the sky, is by no means a waste of time. Mouse says it's time for you to make time for laziness, and you don't have to be constantly on the go. After all, that's how you become run down. Spend a little time each day or week doing something you enjoy that is completely frivolous and fun. It could be an afternoon laying in the hammock, reading a book, watching your favorite old movie, playing with the kids. This is not the time to begin anything new. It's a time of restoring your spirit. Sometimes rest doesn't necessarily have to be sleeping, but just quieting your mind. Take some time grounding yourself by taking a yoga class, gardening, fishing, spending time in nature. Spend a portion of time each day meditating and just being in the moment. And you don't physically have to be at your happy place to go to your happy place. It can simply be within your mind. And the more you practice, the easier it becomes. So start imagining where you want to be, who you want to become. Start creating it in your mind, piece by piece, and make it your happy place to go to. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.